Hey guys! So, for our project, we decided to focus on Kanye West, specifically his song Jesus Walks. For a little biography, Kanye was born Kanye Omari West to Ray and Donna West on June 8th of 1977. He was born in Atlanta, Georgia, but after his parents divorced when he was 3, him and his mom moved to the South Shore of Chicago, and he'd spend the summers with his dad. Ray West was a photojournalist, as well as an active member of the Black Panther Party. As for Kanye's mother, Donda West was a professor of English at Chicago State University. She was his manager until her death in 2007, which occurred after complications from cosmetic surgery. Donda's death had a great and tremendous effect on Kanye West's music, as the two of them were very close. Kanye became interested in the South Side hip hop scene. He eventually became a producer after dropping out of college and moved to New York City in 2001, getting his big break producing Jay-Z's song This Can't Be Life. He went on to produce for many artists like Ludacris, Beyonce, and more big names. He wasn't content behind the scenes and longed to become a headline rapper, which is what drew him to becoming an artist himself. West struggled to find his place among his peers. As an artsy middle-class kid, all the rappers around him grew up poor on the streets, so he didn't quite fit in. Eventually, he was signed by Rockefeller, and in 2004 he released The College Dropout, his first album, selling 2.6 million copies, which made him an instant star. Kanye went on to release 6 albums, all reaching #1 on the charts. He sold 34 million albums total, as well as creating a hit clothing line and winning 21 Grammys, which is more than any other rap artist. He's now married to Kim Kardashian and has 3 children with her. The song we've chosen to analyze is called Jesus Walks, which was released on May 25th of 2004 as a part of his first album, The College Dropout. It was written in collaboration with rapper Chase Smith, and the song features a sample of Walk With Me, performed by Arc Choir, which is a group entirely composed of former drug addicts. The song peaked number 11 on Billboard Hot 100, and at the 47th Grammy Awards, Jesus Walks was awarded Grammy for Best Rap Song. It was also named number 19 in Rolling Stone's 100 Best Songs of the 2000s, and as number 273 of the Rolling Stones list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. West released 3 separate music videos for the song, one for MTV, one for MTV.com, and one for VH1. Each music video contained a completely different interpretation of the song, which we thought was very interesting. Jesus Walks continues to be one of the most performed songs by West. It's on the set list of every tour that he does. The song is mainly meant to talk about how Jesus walks with people from all different walks of life. It does not matter if you're a sinner or a saint. West was reportedly discouraged from releasing this song by fellow rappers. They warned him it would never get radio play due to its connection with religion. West experienced much rejection from record labels and struggled to get signed after playing Jesus Walks for producers. West was deemed not easily marketable due to his deviation from other rap songs. Usually, rap music contains drugs, violence, and sex, and producers were unhappy with the lack of this style of content. Regarding the composition of this piece of music, Jesus Walks is a mid-tempo hip-hop song supported by the gospel song Walk With Me. The song has a pulsing rhythm, very similar to a marching band. With all of these different elements combined, many see the overall rhythm of the song as militaristic. The militaristic style of the song is quite evident from the very beginning. The intro includes a call and repeat from a drill sergeant and soldiers. The melody is accompanied by auto-tuned gospel howls. The song continually burgeons with double-tracking violin and solo vocals growing in intensity and then vanishing. This is a process that continues until finally dissolving at the end of the song. Kanye's own vocals follow this pattern, his voice building in power as the track swells as well, and he follows along as it dissipates. West's flow does not sound the same throughout the song. He constantly adjusts in intonation, pitch, and volume over the seemingly simplistic track. Shown is a photo of the Ark Choir, which again is composed entirely of patients from an addiction rehabilitation center. The Harlem-based group featured in Jesus Walks is 32 voices strong. So let's talk about lyrics. When Kanye says, we at war with terrorism and racism, but most of all, we at war with ourselves, we believe Kanye is trying to explain that although we are at war physically, we are constantly internally at war. It's important to note that this song was written during George W. Bush's presidency, who declared war against terror. Kanye and Bush have a very bad past, as during a telethon for Hurricane Katrina, Kanye said on national television that he believed George W. Bush does not care about African American citizens. Another powerful line from the song is when the artist says, "So here goes my single dog. Radio needs this. They say you can rap about anything except for Jesus. That means guns, sex, lies, videotape. But if I talk about God, my record won't get played, huh?" Kanye now very clearly addresses the media and its reluctance to talk about Jesus. He criticizes the radio for playing songs that dehumanize women and promote violence and drugs. He also makes sure that he's grabbing your attention, as he raps this faster than the rest of the song. Kanye has admitted he used this line as reverse psychology to get the radio's attention. When Kanye says, "Well, if this takes away from my spins, which will probably take away from my ends, then I hope this takes away from my sins and brings the day that I am dreaming about. Next time I'm in the club, everybody's screaming out, 'Jesus walk.'" In this last verse of the song, Kanye contemplates how Jesus walks could potentially be negative and have a bad impact on his career. Since the radio may be afraid to play this song, he might not make any money from it. He continues by saying that he doesn't really care, that Jesus Walks is somewhat of an atonement for his sins. He further explains that his dream is for the people to be in the club and shout Jesus' name. Modern music, rap and hip-hop in particular, are often criticized for all sounding the exact same and covering subjects that only promote violence and hate. It's a common misconception, especially in the media, that all rap and hip-hop is like this. Jesus Walks rejected the media norms, and it took a completely different direction. Instead of conforming to the idea of being a badass or a gangster like his rap peers, Kanye rejects the label and instead asks his listeners, whether they're sinners or not, to embrace their walk with Christ. He actually condemned his rapping counterparts, criticizing them and the media for only creating and playing music that encourages violence and drug use and mistreatment of women. By creating this song, West forces the industry to broaden their horizons and basically bite their tongue when trying to discourage creativity from rappers in the future. In the summer of 2004, Jesus Walks was a completely different sound than the radio listeners were used to. Using old gospel music to create new music was completely unheard of. The song was also a commentary on marginalized members of society. He cites drug dealers, strippers, and people on welfare as people that are often condemned by society. Kanye promotes that these people can still be with God, something he makes very evident by having the Ark Choir in the background. As mentioned before, they are addiction recovery patients. We chose the song Jesus Walks because we think that it really sums up Kanye West's career. Since this was a huge single released from his debut album, it just shows how West has been pushing the boundaries of hip-hop from the very beginning. We believe that Jesus Walks was not only a smash hit because of his lyrical genius and incredible rhythm, but it was also a monumental moment in West's career as well as musical history. He approached a topic that other rappers were afraid to even mention, and he embraced that the song could have been a total failure. We really believe that this song is a clear reflection of Kanye West as a rapper, producer, and person. The more we researched about the song, the more interested we became, and all of the details were so fascinating. How it would consistently be rejected by record labels really made us have a greater appreciation for the song, and for Kanye West as a rapper. Kanye West continues to be a focal point in rap and hip hop, and we are convinced that Jesus Walks created a precedent for his career as a whole. He continues to shock the media regularly, and it's very clear that Jesus Walks was only the beginning of West's ability to shake up the industry. Kanye West continues to make history in the rap and hip hop genre by shocking and confusing the nation with not only his Twitter presence, but his boundary pushing new music. As radio listeners, it is very exciting to get to witness these moments firsthand, as Kanye West will definitely be talked about far after the end of his career. Thank you so much for listening to our project, and we hope you enjoyed it.